Hello YouTube. This video I'm going to be explaining how to make one of these little books. It's very easy to make. It has a couple of pages, some pockets to put things in, and it's all made out of one sheet of card. You can use paper because when you fold it, it stiffens up the paper. Now what I'm using is 12 by 12 crafting card basically. I got this pack for £5 from WH Smith. There's all these different designs in it. You can get all sorts of designs, all sorts of packets of these. I just got these ones because they're really cute, and I know it's late, but it would have been quite a good present to make someone for Valentine's Day, but it's a bit late now. But yeah, it's a cute book. Now I'm going to be using sorry, sore throat. I'm going to be using this card. Oops, something just fell off my bed. Now, basically what you want to do is fold it in half, and then in half again both ways. So you're folding it into four. So you'll have 4 columns. Then you turn it to the right and do the same again, folding. And you should have lots of little squares. Now if, like me, you have a design which has a certain way to be up, then you would just turn your paper card once to the right, and this way when you make your book the design should be facing the correct way. So after folding it, you take your scissors, and down the middle fold you want to cut, but you don't go all the way to the top, you go to the last line. I'll show you. You can use an X-Acto knife, you can use a guillotine, whatever, depends on what you're comfortable using. I'm not very good with scissors right now. Wow, those lines are horrible. But it doesn't matter if it's not straight because you can do anything you want to the edges. You stop here, like that, and then you turn it round. And you do the same here and here. Like this. And then again on this side. So that it kind of looks like an M. Okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to concertina fold it. Basically, you always want to do it this way. Up, under, up. And then when you get to this bit, you bring it under, over, under, over, under. You get the general idea. Always make sure to press down the folds. Under. Okay, so now you have this. If you let go of it, it's going to fly apart. So, before we seal it, we need to sort out the covers. So, this is the front. And when you open it, this page will fold out like that. The back is the same, but we don't want that. So what we're going to do is open it up, and we're going to glue there and there to create the cover. So I'll just get my glue. Now if you want, you can just snip off the edge if your cutting wasn't very neat, kind of like mine was. And then we glue it again. I really need a new glue stick. And we glue that over and we seal it. So there's your front cover. It should look something like that. And we do the same to the back. So I'll just snip off the end. And apply some glue. Fold that over. And don't worry, we're going to trim the edges that are sticking out. Just glue that. And there you have the back of the book and the front of the book. So now you can go in and trim the edges just to neaten it up, which I will do. If you used a guillotine or an X-Acto knife with a ruler, then you probably don't need to do this. But of course I didn't use either, so my cutting was quite bad. Sorry about this, this will just take a moment. I would edit this part out, but I don't have my usual editing software as my laptop was broken. And you want to make sure the bottom is neat as well, so that the book will actually stand up. Okay, so now that I've done that, I need to seal it so that it will be a book. Now you can use any kind of tape for this. You can use duct tape, you can use regular clear sellotape, you could use tissue tape, which I suggest the most because you can get all sorts of designs. Sorry. It's easy to lift up and remove. However, I don't have any, so I'm just going to use some micropause tape, that medical tape. It works just as well and it goes almost see-through when you press it down. So you want to make sure you're holding your book the correct way. There's the cover. Now taking your tape, you want to just place it down the edge. This was going to be your spine of the book. Make sure you place it with enough room for it to fold around. If not, you can just remove it and replace it. There. And then just cut off the excess. There we go. So now we have the spine of the book, so we can wiggle the book around and it stays together. Okay, so now because it's folded, you'll have holes in the pages, like that. So what you want to do is first of all make sure you seal the bottom so that anything you do put in will not fall out. So all of the bottom needs to be taped. So I'll just do that. Sorry about this. I'll probably edit this bit out. Okay, so now that we've sealed the bottom of each page with tape, which was open, we can start on the top. Now, you need to decide if you just want pockets in the side, or if you would like pockets at the top. Because you got the first page, there'll be no pocket. On this second page, you have two. But what you want to do is seal the top and have a side pocket, because on the next page you have a top pocket but the side is already sealed because of the way it was folded. Then you have a side pocket, a top pocket, seal that, side pocket, and no pocket at the back because that will be also sealed. So you need to go over the top of the two covers as well. So yeah, I'll just do that. Okay, I've sealed the pages. Now I did not want the top pocket, so I've sealed all of them, but I have left my side pockets. So yeah, and that's your book created. You can do anything you want with it. You could decorate it, you could put things in the pockets, you can do anything. Now on this one I did leave the top pockets just to show you what they look like. See, there, top pockets and side pockets. Now you can decorate these any way you want. You can put little photos in, you could put little quotes, you could write messages, you could use it as a mini photo album, as a present for somebody. You could do anything with them. Now just to remind you again, the size of the card that I used was 12 inches by 12 inches. You can use any size, but remember, that large size created a very small book. You see? That's how much of a difference the size is. So, if you want to create a bigger book, you will need to find a piece of paper that is bigger than 12 by 12. But it does need to be a square in order for this to work. So yeah, I would love to see the books that you create. So if you want, you can leave a video response, just letting me see what you've made. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.